Hey guys, welcome back to brightnighttech. My name is Berto and today we're working on our 3D printed double Iron Spider helmet project. We are doing the MCU version of the Iron Spider and we're also doing the comic version of the Iron Spider. These are printed out, they look great. I got both these files from DO3D. The MCU Iron Spider you can get as a free file. They do have a paid one that's a little bit better, but if you want just the free one, here it is. And you can get the comic version of the Iron Spider as well. They do have a textured version of it, and eyes you can actually see through. I decided to go smooth and the solid eyes because it is more comic accurate. Alright, here it is, all nice and printed. Now you can see that really rough spot in the front. That's just due to the orientation of the print. And I'm going to go ahead and take a palm sander. We're going to bring down that material, try to get it as smooth as possible, maybe get some of those edges. Alright, here is the comic version. Same thing, really rough spot on the front there. Again, orientation of the print. We are going to take this melting tool at some point so we can plastic weld it. It is broken, so we are going to do our best with the MCU version. And for now, I am just going to super glue this until I get my replacement melting tool. But as you can see, it looks really good. Just some rough spots we're going to go ahead and fix. Alright, I took the palm sander, sanded this down. You can see the lines there, but it actually feels pretty smooth. I do regret going all around it, because it actually printed out really smooth and I unnecessarily went through and sanded most of this. Same thing with the MCU version. I should have just concentrated on that rough spot in the front and left the rest because again, printed out pretty smooth. I'm not going to do anything to the back part. I'm just going to use some watered down wood filler, and then I am going to have to use the little bit of the normal thicker stuff on the front. But yeah. Alright, so normally what I do, I take some super glue and I, especially for helmets with the back piece, and I glue it together, and then after it's glued together, I go ahead and plastic weld them. But because this mask, the edges are so small, it's really hard to do that. So I am going to take some painter's tape to keep it together, and then I'm going to go through and do the plastic weld with my melting tool here. All I do is I take some leftover filament and I go through the seam and melt it with my melting tool until it is together. Alright, we are all done. There's a little bit of gaps I might go through and fill in. Otherwise, I'll use some wood filler to do that, but looks great. Alright, here is the comic version. We are going to do some wood filler now. A lot of people like to come after me because of the wood filler, just because I use this method. I mean, this is just what I like to use. It's really easy for me. I know there's other materials. I'm not hurting anybody. I'm not coming after you because of the methods you use, so you know, it's fine. Alright, we're all done here. We're going to go ahead and let that dry. Let's do the same thing. Here is the brand that I use. I use Elmer's brand of wood filler. And I'm going to go ahead and do the MCU version now. Gonna get it all over it, just like that. Alright. Now, because there are lines, I'm going to go ahead and take this tool and clear out the wood filler from there. Now, I do this because once it dries, it is really hard to get that out. Alright, here they are all done. We are going to go ahead and let this dry overnight. And let me show you the eyes. So I did do eyes for the comic version, but it's just regular printer. I didn't film it. It's fine. I did the MCU versions in resin because of the detail that it has. I did do some on my CR10, and they did turn out fine, but there's just so much detail, and I'd have to do so much sanding to make it work. That was just easier just to do it out of resin, and then just go through and paint it, because then I don't have to do any sanding. So we took off those supports. We're going to clean this up really well. And then we are going to wash it, and then we are going to cure it. And then we'll be all done with the eyes. Alright, forgot to film the washing, but here it is curing. Here's one of the eyes. We'll do the next one soon. Next video, we're going to do some sanding, filler primer, painting, and we're going to finish these guys off. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, go ahead and put in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell button for notifications, and we will see you next time.